We're back.
Oh, shit, we on?
Yes, we are here.
All right.
Radio on Fire Sports. It's a sports show.
Yeah, sports show. It's a goddamn sports show.
Yours truly, Dominic K. in here.
Yeah, man.
Dev Epps.
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm Dev, man. Welcome back. It's Monday. Happy to see everybody. Welcome back. How you doing?
All
Dean's
right.
in the building.
How's everybody doing? I'm Dean, and I just can't wait to get into it. It was a crazy ride, some excitement, making history this weekend.
Absolutely. So what they refer to me as now is Mr. 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Mr. 3 out of 4.
Such a weird ass nickname.
Right?
Yeah.
AKA
I think we're going to post
75%.
75%. I like it. 75.
Right.
75%.
Which
Is that C plus or B minus? Is that C plus?
It is passing.
It is. No, 75 is.
75 is passing.
We can go down to 60 and you pass.
The C show.
In Baltimore, you definitely. Let me stop. No. Let me stop talking about. Baltimore.
We got to start with the best game of the weekend. And that is the Toronto Raptors buzzer-beating Game 7 win, 92-90. They thought, even the NBA thought they was going in overtime.
Yeah,
They changed the graphics on the screen. It was, the end of
Well,
regulation.
I mean, didn't it look like it was going?
Oh, it looked
overtime?
like it. It looked
Yeah,
like
it
it.
definitely looked like overtime was about to happen.
Now, people also should call me Negro Damas.
That's what I was
Because
waiting for. I was waiting for.
I predicted this last week.
You did?
Last week. Did a buzzer?
What the way? Not buzzer.
Okay, all right.
But I said an epic victory last week. This was an epic victory.
This was an epic.
I said that Leonard was going to cement himself as the greatest raptor
Of all time.
Whoa,
Y'all was
whoa,
like,
whoa.
Vince Carter. Let's get it.
I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
No, I think he might be right now.
I ain't said the greatest ball player of all time. I
I
said
said the greatest
raptor.
rap in one season.
Yes, because Vince missed the shot.
But Vince
Well, I made it.
did Vince get to the finals?
No, because he missed
He
that
missed
shot.
the shot.
So he did get to the Western Conference Finals.
He got to the Eastern Conference. So that wasn't Eastern
I mean,
Conference
I'm sorry,
Finals.
Eastern Conference
No,
Finals.
he did that. He did do that in the Eastern Conference Finals. He missed that shot in the Eastern Conference.
So
Finals.
this isn't all the way played. I mean, Vince did a lot.
Vince did.
No. Yeah, he did a lot.
I mean,
and he's
that's-
number 2.
He's number
But he
put
was
the whole
number 1. He was.
We didn't
number
even
one.
know what Toronto was until Vince Carter got there. We didn't even know that.
Facts.
We didn't even know the
Facts.
North
Did
existed.
a
Facts.
lot.
I mean, he
And
put the Vinsanity.
He put the North on the map.
I mean, the claw of his.
Kawhi. It's the claw. Insanity.
We're saying a lot for one season.
Yeah, that's how big it was.
Before we get into the game, I guess I guess I should ask. I mean, I don't know if we're really how far we're gonna get into the game because we have so much to cover. But so this trade was definitely it's paid off.
Hell yeah.
So if Kawhi walks out the door,
He ain't walking out.
I'm just saying if he walks out the door.
I'm going to
paid
say
off.
it was 50-50 that he was going to walk before this game.
All right, so you're just saying he's staying.
Now I think it's 90-10.
He's saying build a team around me right here in Toronto.
I mean, they've already done it. They are one of the best 4 teams in the league.
Yes.
At this point in time, and I don't know how you can. Why
leave?
Yeah. Why
leave?
leave? Where are you leaving to go to be better than this?
Maybe a bigger market.
Even
Even though
if-
Toronto is like huge market. That's
they
what
huge.
Vince built.
Do you
That's
see
what
all the
Vince
people-
built.
country?
Did you
I know,
see-
but that's what
yeah,
Vince built.
It's got a whole.
Everybody in the country's rooting for that team.
I'm just saying. It is a
That's
very
amazing. They can offer $50 million more than anybody else.
Yep.
Is it 50
It's
million more?
$50 million more than anybody else.
You can get
Period.
the Supermax as long as he is a NBA first team in any category. He can be offered the Supermax, and Kawhi is definitely.
So but you're saying nobody else can match that
No,
deal.
nobody else can.
Nobody else can come
Nobody
close.
else can come. Yeah, can come close to offering what.
So
they're
then,
offering.
basically, San Antonio did Kawhi a favor.
No, Kawhi did himself a favor and got the hell out of there. I don't
Yeah.
know. That wasn't Kawhi.
Well, I'm just saying, but sending him to Toronto though,
Do
putting
you
him
think that was a popular decision at the time?
when Kawhi got sent there. I think it was split. I really believe it was split. Like some people felt like Kawhi's going to go anyway. He's definitely pulled himself away from the team. He's not like being disconnected. He's not associated with the team anymore after rehabbing so long, or maybe the right amount of time for his injury. And then some people just thought that the change needed to happen. I don't know. Some people would say that Rosen being there possibly longer if Kawhi leaves. It was just a 50-50 feel I got out of it at that moment, like when the trade happens. Right now, it's definitely not a fair trade. Look, they're going to the Western Conference Finals, and the Spurs are at home.
Eastern Conference Finals.
I mean, keep doing the Eastern Conference Finals.
I mean, I honestly feel I don't really cheer for laundry. I like to cheer for players and stars. And I felt like Kawhi did exactly what he needed to do. He felt like the franchise didn't have his best interest. San Antonio didn't have his best interest.
That is so crazy. You really feel like San Antonio is that type of organization?
Yeah, I feel like they're about Greg Popovich and
it's Greg's team.
coddling to him. Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
And why not? And if they're going to make a decision, whether it be Greg Popovich or Kawhi Leonard, they're going to pick Pop.
Well, yeah,
I'm not feeling this no more. So, by all means, he forced his way out, and he forced himself into a better situation. So, yes, I feel like this is a great situation for Kawhi. Do I feel like the Spurs made out? No, they got the lesser player. And they, ended up bounced the first round this year. Kawhi is who we thought he was. Now we might have forgot who Kawhi was.
Yeah,
I think we all forgot who Kawhi was. It had been a while since we saw the guy who in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals look like he could beat the Golden State Warriors by his damn self. And Zaza Pachulia slid under his foot. And then everybody seemed to get amnesia to forget who this guy was. And he once again has shown you that Kawhi may be. I keep telling you, your boy may be number 3 now. And that may be consensus. Like, it might not be an argument.
And when you say that, it's just for this season, because next season could be probably will be a completely different story. So I'll give you that. I mean, especially based on the fact that he's sitting at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and he been home.
Yeah,
so I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I don't.
So wait. So if you're saying 3, who was 2 and 1? I just want to make sure.
He's saying
Kevin Durant.
KD.
Okay.
2 is and damn, I feel so disrespect. I feel okay. So maybe
that's
Kawhi. Kawhi is 3 and your boy is 4. So it's KD, Greek Freak.
All right.
Then we're going.
Who has been playing
Kawhi,
really good
Kawhi.
ball.
And but that's that what was the word I'm looking for here? The being a prisoner of the moment. We haven't seen Giannis in a couple of days and almost a week now because he took care of his shit.
But here's the thing. And then next week he's going to move LeBron down to 5. Because if somebody has a great couple games, he's going to say, you know what?
No,
LeBron is at 5.
LeBron will always be in the top 4
this
season.
For this season.
It is what it is, man. You're home, brother.
Yeah.
You're home.
Yeah.
Might have to make him sense. James
what we be even saying is if he hadn't missed those, 18
games, man. Changed a lot.
That would have changed everything. They've been in the playoffs.
But what we gotten past, what they've gotten past that first round,
I think, yeah.
Depending on who they matched up with. If they were in a lower seed, I don't think so. But if they, got a cushion.
Yeah, that's fair.
If they got, like the Trailblazers or the Nuggets or something like that.
There's a strong.
But that top tier, man, I don't think they could have beat the Thunder in 7 games. I don't think they could beat the Rockets in 7 games. I don't think they could have beat the Warriors in 7. Like that. That's,
we know they couldn't beat the Warriors in 7.
Right. So if they got that 8.
However, they'll beat them next. They're gonna beat them next season.
Yeah, that's real hopeful. You better get a space.
I gotta say a couple of more things on that. I don't, even though I didn't put down the Raptors winning, I can't stand Joel Embiid at the top. Why is he not in the paint during the game? That's because Ben Simmons doesn't have a shot.
No, it's because it's his skill set, and that team is built around Joel Embiid to be able to be all over the floor. It's kind of Ben Simmons.
But wouldn't he had the better matchup just going down in the paint?
Yeah, but at the same time, if I can shoot the 3, why not shoot it?
But
he can shoot it. He can shoot it,
but he wasn't shooting it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's got to pick his spots, and Joel Embiid definitely got the shots up for Game 7.
He got the shots up.
Definitely got some shots up. But that's a part of his game, and when you're the star, you can do what the hell you want. Yeah. And so if I catch it at the top of the key, I can let it fly, or I can pump and I can get inside.
So you're saying that Philly did have the right game plan?
Yeah, they definitely had the right game plan.
And
Ben Simmons has got to fucking score. I mean, Ben Simmons has got to be better.
Right.
I really think they did themselves a disservice by trading Markelle Fultz. I think Markelle Fultz could still be something in this league. Maybe move Ben Simmons down to a power forward, get him off the ball, get a better point guard in that situation.
Some people going to be gone on this team next year.
I don't know.
I think Tobias Harris is gone. I think they pay Jimmy. You got to pay Jimmy. After what
I would not let him go. I mean, he did so much.
I agree.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is still in a
and we don't even know if we're done seeing the best of Jimmy yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can take Ben Simmons. If he's not going to flourish next year, then you can trade his ass. You
can
go get a point guard.
He's inconsistent.
After next year, the process is over.
He is a consistently bad shooter. He's not inconsistent.
You say he's consistently bad.
He's consistently bad. Like you have to get a jumper in this league. You're 6'10".
Have to.
Or you have to go to a different team where you can play in the post. Because I understand that if that's where you flourished, like that playoff game against the Brooklyn Nets, he had about 30. And that's because Joel Embiid wasn't in the paint, clogging shit up for him. So it may be a situation where they need to trade him somewhere where, he can work. I saw a couple of ideas online where they were saying basically where, you need an inside finisher in Houston, and the Sixers need
So let Chris Paul go trade Chris Paul for Ben Simmons.
There's going to be some other things they have to match up because Chris Paul's
contract. Well, that would definitely push Philadelphia in a
ridiculous now
a different direction.
Yeah, Chris Paul. Yeah, but they are in win now mode. Like they were a buzzer beater away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Why in the hell would you take a step back to anything?
Right.
If your problem last year was point guard play, maybe you can make something work. Now, I understand that Ben Simmons is on a rookie contract, so some things are going to have to happen. Some pieces are going to have to shift around. I think Tobias Harris coming off could give them the cap space they need. But, I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad idea at the end of the day.
All right. So, we know how that series went. And going forward, where they're going to face the Bucks, they are the underdogs. They are not expected to win.
I mean, Milwaukee had the best, best record in the league this year, and they've got probably the front runner for the MVP this year. So, I mean, if there's a team that they're going to be the underdog to in the East, it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think they would be, favored against any other team.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not favored against any other team. Right.
Tell me this: if Toronto comes out on top of this series with the Bucks, then will you believe them? Will you believe that they are for real then? Because you don't believe they for real.
I am a fan of excellence. So if they can find a way to beat the Bucks, if they can find a way to beat the Bucks, then I tip my cap to them. It's just how impossible you will be to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what we really need to talk about.
So fact though, I am a Milwaukee Bucks fan for the the duration of the playoffs. I can't take you being right this amount of times.
Exactly.
Have to catch some of these games together.
Yeah, we do.
We have to.
Yes.
That would be great.
Can we do that?
That would be great.
Greek freak. Dunk all over Ibaka and Mark Gasol. And look at you. Just stare at you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
as they get blown out by 25.
That's not what happened. 25.
The fighting Drake. They're going Drake.
Man.
Did you see your boy though?
Oh,
your boy using his powers for evil.
Why you say that?
Because first of all, he wasn't at the game. He knew better. He knew better not to come to that game because he is a cooler. If you know what cooler is, if you've been to Vegas, if you play poker at all, you know that anybody who comes around when you are having a hot streak and your hot streak immediately goes away is referred to as a cooler. And Drake
is a cooler,
biggest cooler of all time. As soon as he jumps on the bandwagon, all the winning is done. So, this is what your boy did. He did not come to the game. He put Baca Not Nice in the seats. You got to go to time sheet to even know who Baca is. He had a little hit, but they put Baca in the seats. Yeah. He stayed home and watched the game. Yeah, he stayed home, watched the game with 76er shorts on.
Exactly. So that's using it. That is
the 76ers. Yes.
That is using his powers for evil.
They showed him watching the buzzer beater go in, his friend celebrating. He panned down to his leg, and he had on 76er shorts. He knows he's now using the curse for himself in personal gain.
So basically, we need to keep the Bucks clothing off of him during this next year.
We need to kill Drake because
okay,
he's
all right. I'm with that too.
He's disturbing the force. He's got to go.
He's disturbing.
He's got to go.
I like what you're saying.
He's got to go.
I like what you're saying.
He's manipulating the system. He's found a glitch in the matrix, and
there you go.
He's manipulating the system.
He's doing it in basketball now.
He's on purpose. He's doing it on purpose at this point.
My God.
He used to be genuine. He used to go in as a fan of Kentucky and, hey guys, I want to support your team, and they would lose. And he's figured out the pattern.
He has. He broke the code.
Damn it!
He broke the code.
How is he winning and losing? How is he doing this?
All right. So speaking of another game. Y'all want to talk about this?
Yeah,
we definitely want to talk about this.
You got to give them their respect. I mean, of course, they are going to get swept.
Yeah,
we know the winner. We knew the winner of this was going to be the loser of whoever the Rockets
nobody
was.
wanted this spot.
Yeah. So, but you got to give your respect to what CJ McCollum did. He carried Dame this entire series, man. Keep it 100. Dame Lillard.
He took this series off.
Yeah, he's the star of that team. But this is why. At one point in time, this is why you see Dame Lillard's name come up in trade talks sometimes, because they know they have two of the same guy. They've got a combo guard who at any point in time can take over a game. And
but that's beautiful, though. That's a hell of They have probably the second best.
And they figured, and they tinkered, and they finally figured out the winning formula. And I'm very happy for them because the sum of their parts. When you look at them on paper, they don't look that good. As a matter of fact, they lost their number one post presence right before the playoffs started.
Exactly.
So we all expected, the Trailblazers to mail it in, especially the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they continued to win, continue to put themselves in winning. I mean, in winning positions to win and finish games. Last series it was Dame Lillard. This series it was CJ McCollum taking over, man. He did what he wanted. He put on a show to me. Dare I say Kyrie-like. Like he looked like all the special mojo that Kyrie was trying to muster up against the Bucks. CJ found it, man. He was in his bag the entire
CJ was
half,
doing
man.
it.
CJ was doing his thing, man.
What I do like from Dame is he didn't take himself out of the game.
No, he was definitely that supportive.
He was still very he still had a lot of impact on the rebounds and the assists.
Got a big steal, big three to put them away at the end of the second half. Yeah, he was definitely.
I still felt like he was still part of the lead of the team.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Even though CJ is like, all right, I'm not. Let's get it in the hot
CJ's in the buckets. Yeah, right.
I want to go to the Western Conference Finals. I got it right this time. So there you go.
I wouldn't say he wasn't selfish and trying to get the hot like. But I remember when these two guys got together, I think it had been about a season or two, and they were talking about the success of Dame and CJ, and Dame broke it down to this: like, look, man, we work together because we're not haters.
I love it.
I do too.
I like what CJ does, and CJ likes what I do. So if he's hot, I'm going to feed him, and vice versa. And that's how they've continued to work for the entire playoffs. It works.
It works.
And that's rare to see. Yeah. But if you saw that more, you would have more success rates.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Nothing. Before we get out of that game, nothing to take away from I can't even say
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic. Yeah. Not to take away from him in trying to lead his team to the Western Conference or even to the finals,
But yeah, shout out to Terry Stotts, man. I think he head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. He saw what Jokic did, and he took advantage of it. Now Jokic is a dominant player, and he's going to be a dominant player in this league for a while.
Yes.
He is Tim Duncan without the athleticism. And I mean, if you remember, Tim Duncan was definitely an athlete. No, he was an athlete at first.
The athleticism.
Yeah. But Jokic can't get off the floor. Like to save his life.
No.
And they start, and what the Portland Trailblazers have is a bunch of athletic ass white boys. They got a bunch of tall,
a lot of key
jumping ass,
7-foot
white boys over there. Like it's just a bunch of them over there. And they what they did was they put Jokic in situations where he had to be an athlete and he couldn't. Like he was getting his 2 consecutive plays towards the end of that game where he got banged on like bad.
Right.
I mean, it continued to happen because they found ways to take a good player and put him in bad situations. So, I mean, if KD isn't at 100%, baby, and this becomes real. Like, I mean, Dame dropped a couple 50 balls on those old Warriors.
He could turn it up.
And let's not forget, the Dame's from Oakland.
So y'all are not counting them out.
No,
I'm not counting them out.
What I'm saying is,
would y'all be shocked if they won?
Diamond, what I'm saying is if Dame can put together the kind of series he had against Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
And if CJ can play the way he did in that fourth quarter, the Warriors are still going to win in 4.
It's a strong,
What?
Warriors in 4.
After all that?
Warriors in 4. If KD's healthy, Warriors in 4.
Well, here's
What if KD's not?
Here's where
what if it's more than what they're saying?
Here's what I find a little problem with the 4 though. Mm-hmm. With the 4 is that KD is not playing the first game.
He's not.
And it's a possibility he won't be in game 2. So there's a chance for them to steal a game.
And what I'm saying to you is, okay? Now I hear your point. Now let me ask you this question: are the Portland Trail Blazers better than the Houston Rockets?
The way they play.
Are the Portland Trail Blazers better than the Houston Rockets? No.
No.
Did the Golden State Warriors, without KD, just beat the Houston Rockets?
They did.
They did. Are we saying
Twice
that they can't hold them off for 2 games until KD comes back?
I'm not saying it's not possible.
But listen, let me tell you the major piece here. Mm-hmm. Major piece. I'm playing the same team back to back.
Yeah.
All right.
Those later games, I done kind of got y'all schemes figured out.
All right.
Okay.
The early games is the most difficult ones to me. Those first 2 games.
Okay.
If they lose these first 2 games, which possibly could happen.
Well, I mean, one. I can't
Let's just say you split. Let's say they lose the away game.
Their away game, so they lose out in Portland.
Right.
Okay.
Now we got something going.
Now
because KD is coming back.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
Well,
so
KD is.
If they win these first 2, because what are we doing? We're going to do. Is it 2-3-2 or is it 2-1-2? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
That's very important though.
Right.
So if it's 2 first home games are in Golden State,
that would be bad.
That would be bad, right? Because after that, we get Kevin Durant back. So yeah, we're going.
That means, and that's why you say 4.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying 4. Because if Kevin Durant, if it's just a calf injury, and Kevin Durant is at full health by game 3, FOH, it's over with.
That may be true. Assuming that Curry's not off.
I think Curry's figured it out. I think the slump's over. Like
you just don't come in and drop 33 points.
Because
in one half.
Because in the last game, what did he do? Nothing in the first half.
He didn't
absolutely
like donut.
Yeah, but
so I mean, what
33 points though.
No, I understand.
It's crazy.
Now it is a different dynamic when KD is playing and when Steph is playing. I understand that, but what they've shown
and Clay feels like the what do you call it, the redheaded stepchild.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
The Splash Brothers were doing.
Yeah, but that's when KD's not there.
That's the beauty of the Golden State Warriors. They've shown you that we can beat you any kind of way we want to because Clay is the second best shooter in the world.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry is the best shooter. You know what? And really, KD might be the best shooter in the world. And Steph Curry might be the second best shooter in the world. And Klay Thompson may be the third best shooter in the world.
And they all is on the same team.
Beat you.
Yeah.
And we can all beat you.
Yeah.
And it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
And what I've seen from Klay Thompson is Klay always shows up.
Steph
may be shaky,
maybe not.
But Klay defense shows up, and Klay hits his open shots. And Klay don't need the ball to get working. We know what Klay do. 5 dribbles and 58 points. Like it's just what he does. So
is he going to stay?
I think KD's gone. I think Boogie's out of there. I think they keep their core. I think that maybe if they can get Draymond on a discount, I don't see if they're able to keep that core. Like we had these KD years, but we realized that we can still do this with maybe they go get somebody on a discount. So let's say Tobias Harris is available. And they get back to that Harrison Barnes role where, it's not KD, but it's somebody that you got to worry about who's going to hit these open threes and can definitely get into the hole.
Yeah.
But he's not taking over this franchise like Kevin Durant did for 4 years or 3 years, how long he was here. So I can see that happening. I can see them filling that spot with Tobias Harris. I can see them maybe letting Draymond Green go. But if they're letting Boogie go and they're letting KD go, they're gonna bolster that second roster that come in, that second shift, and they're gonna pay their stars, man.
I definitely say they're keeping the core too. I just can't see it going any other way.
It was cute. It was fun to have KD for a little bit, but we rather play without him. Okay. We don't get as many shots when that nigga around.
The Bucks, the Celtics, was a beat down.
Grand opening, grand close.
And where will Kyrie be?
All right, so that's it.
Where will Kyrie? Because I think we can agree that he's gone.
So we all agreeing that he's got to go, or he's already decided to leave. I think it's a joint thing between him and Boston. We got to just end this.
I think KD was gone before Black History Month.
He was already.
He's been out of there for a month. He's been checked out. You can tell in his interviews and the stuff he says. He was like, I don't owe nobody shit. I don't have to answer anybody's questions. I can do whatever I want. And it was like, in the beginning of the season, he was like, if you guys will have me, I'll stay for as long as you want. KD is gone. Kyrie is gone.
Kyrie's gone.
And I think that he joins Kevin Durant in New York.
Yeah, I
slow
gotta
slow down. Did you see the post that I did immediately following the game? I meant to tag you in it. I didn't tag you. Damn it.
What did it say? Yeah.
You know what?
It's gone now.
It's gone. Yes.
Oh, shit.
It was a picture of Kyrie and LeBron in Lakers jerseys.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Almost threw up. Something in my body, something in my stomach came up.
Kyrie is going out west. He ain't going to New York.
Listen, okay. So first, then go ahead because I'm gonna kill
this. I just have just a little bit to say.
Go ahead.
It was great in Cleveland, or maybe not great. I think Kyrie, that ship has sailed. Just point blank. I don't think he has
talking about that team of
LeBron and Kyrie. I just think there's no chance in hell, that they team up
can coexist.
Yeah, it's too much happened. It got a little weird. It got a little funky. Even though they did win, it's time for Kyrie to keep going a different direction, which he's showing. I'm going as far away from you as possible, and that's definitely New York. Definitely, so let's definitely New York. But I mean,
here's the problem.
Elaborate on that.
Here's the problem with that. Okay, let's say that together we worked, but we didn't get along sometimes, so we separate.
Right.
Separately, we are not playing to our peak potential. At what point is it going to? Do you put ego aside? We got all the money in the world. You put ego aside and say, let's just go back to winning. And let's check our egos and let's get some championships.
Okay. So here we go. All right. I'll hit you with some knowledge, okay, Diamond? Here we go. Let's talk about.
Here we go.
I want to hear. NBA season. How everything played out, right? Now, for those of you who do not know, Kyrie and Kevin Durant are very, very close. They're good friends. Okay. You remember when KD just kind of randomly said some shit during the middle of the season? It's like nobody really asked him, but they asked him about playing with LeBron and would you ever play with LeBron? And Kevin Durant had some really, really strong opinions about playing with LeBron, like he knew exactly what it was like to play with him. And what did he say, Diamond? Because I know you remember.
I remember.
Yeah, because I think we covered it on the show.
We did?
We did. He said that it was toxic. It was a toxic situation.
That's why you always say that.
This is why I always say it. Yeah, because it's a toxic situation. Anything besides basketball that involves LeBron is a stress on your life. And how would Kevin Durant know this unless he got firsthand information, right? Now, that's one. That's a huge number one, though, right?
Yes, but Dwayne Wade never said.
They're best friends. That's not.
So it's not. It's
different. It's different.
Bosh didn't say it was toxic.
They was winning. They was winning. Winning.
Kyrie was winning.
And Bosh did have some shit to say. He definitely did.
Not toxic.
So he said that when he got there, his role completely changed.
Yes.
Yeah, he said
that. But he didn't say it was toxic.
But his role is supposed to change.
If you watch interviews with Chris Bosh, he came to the Miami Heat looking to be the leading scorer of that team.
All right.
He thought that's how it was going to go down.
Right. Is he that? Was that him though?
Yes, it was. Chris Bosh was a bucket getter. He was the franchise player for the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he thought that LeBron's pass first mentality and Dwayne Wade as a secondary scorer, that's what they sold them when they got there. And Chris Bosh had to sacrifice the most for that team. He had to become a spot up shooter, a 7-foot spot up shooter. What the hell? What is he doing? But back to Kyrie. Number 2. Where's Kyrie from, Diamond? New York.
Sure.
He has been trying to get to New York for a long time now. When he was in Cleveland, the first place that they rumored for Kyrie to go was to the New York Knicks. It's where he's been trying to get for a long time.
So basically, he was just in New York in his head the whole time he's been in Boston.
I honestly think that the real factors of what could happen in this offseason, I thought that Jimmy and Kyrie maybe could end up in Brooklyn together, but with the way that the Sixers and kind of, they lost by a buzzer beater. So right. I think Jimmy stays in Philly.
I think he should stay.
And I think that Kyrie, honestly and truly, no cap, I think that Kyrie's decision this summer is either to play with LeBron, which he's already done, and maybe even though he's won, is it worth it? Does the means justify the end? Or does he go to the younger, the new, and consensus number 1 player in the league, fresh start in his hometown, with a huge draft pick that could possibly be Zion Williamson in New York. There's a lot of things in New York that kind of make me think that Kyrie is going to New York as opposed to LA.
Now, it would be nice on paper for this to happen. Of course, a winning franchise in New York is someplace that everybody would want to go.
New York, big city of dreams, baby.
When's the last time we've had that?
To say you brought it back to New York?
No, when's the last time they've had a winning squad?
We had that one year where it was like Melo and Amari and Chauncey Billups.
What year was that?
I mean, that's not what we're talking about.
A long time ago. And it ain't going to happen now neither. Okay, because it's always...
I don't know. If you put Kyrie and KD in New York, it's happening.
You put Kyrie... You put Kyrie... And because that's what you think is going to happen. You put Kyrie...
If y'all saw the promo this week.
And KD... Yeah, I did see that. If you put them in New York, that's a winning squad.
Damn right.
But it ain't going to happen. Because we got something called politics.
Man... In the great
words it ain't gonna happen.
Of Kevin Garnett, okay? Anything is possible. Okay?
Oh, sure.
Anything is possible.
Sure.
And I think that KD and Kyrie are going to end up in New York.
Do the Celtics regret not trading Kyrie for Anthony Davis?
They still can't they?
No, Kyrie's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Okay. As soon as the season's over, Kyrie can do whatever the hell he wants.
They gotta regret it.
I mean, do you though? Because the nucleus of that team last year got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
If you have Davis there, would they have won?
I don't know. Giannis Giannis Antetokounmpo is a whole different kind of beast. So I really, honestly and truly don't know the answer to that question. I think Kyrie had a bad series. Honestly and truly, I think he just.
So you don't think Kyrie is overrated?
No,
in his own mind.
No, I think that Kyrie is as good as he believes he is. And
if that's the case, he's the best player in the world.
So wait, where are we? He might have had a. He might have had a bad season, but I don't know if he's as good as he.
No, he's definitely not as good as he thinks he is.
But
is anybody?
But after this round, after this round, before we move on real quick, I just want to give out some grown man awards real quick.
Give out these grown ass man awards.
Grown man award number three. Number three is Curry. It's definitely Curry.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, coming in and dropping 33 in the second half.
Yeah.
So he definitely gets it. He definitely gets it.
Shit.
Now this second one, I mean this. 1 and 2 is really tight, tight. But after the shot, as Diamond K says it's definitely Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard's a grown
I mean, as you say, he is the king of the North. He owns Toronto now. It's his city.
I don't care.
Even with the Drake magic going on, he definitely got that grown ass man award.
You know, 4 times.
But
magic.
CJ
McCollum,
the whole series,
grown ass man,
doing everything that was needed.
Looks like Steve Urkel.
I mean, just totally took it up.
Plays like Stephon
exactly.
Urkel. Yes.
He got the number 1 grown ass man award. He was doing some grown ass shit on that court.
Excuse me. Split.
I agree with everything. I agree with everything you said.
Grown.
100%. 100%.
I can't wait to see what this next round brings us, though. I really
Warriors in 4. That's what's going to happen.
Backcourt against backcourt.
It's too many grown ass men.
It's too many. It's too many.
Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Is Boogie healthy? Oh no.
Yeah.
The grownest and angriest of all.
Oh my goodness.
So let's we've alluded to this a lot tonight. Warriors, Rockets pretty much went the way you thought it was going to go.
Yep.
And the way you thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
So Houston had a golden opportunity.
Yes, it did.
It couldn't.
Too bad it was Golden State.
You don't get too many opportunities like that
unless you took Curry and Clay out. I mean, it couldn't get any.
This has happened to him before. James Harden had a game. I think they were facing elimination, and Kawhi Leonard was out, and he laid an egg. He was a game 7 against the Clippers, and they laid an egg. He did this against the Warriors.
So
last year.
was it just Harden? Was it just
Harden?
No,
I think it's.
Was it a whole team?
Houston. They are unclutch city. That's what they are.
Now, you being a ball player, a calf strain is what exactly?
It's annoying. It's what it is. Okay, in perspective, in context of what happened to KD, we thought that was Achilles. So if it's a calf strain, it's a blessing, is what it is. Now it's very important and detrimental to you can't jump, you can't run, you can't cut, you can't move because while your main muscles are in your quads and your hamstrings, your calf is your balance. Your calf is what stabilizes you. So everything that he's trying to do, if that calf is messed up right now, he's useless. Like he's playing on one leg.
Have you had a calf strain before?
I've had a calf strain, but it's like have you go to Charlie horse before?
Yeah.
Go to cramp in your calf muscle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
continue. Yeah. Continue. Yeah.
So
every time you take a step, it's a nagging, annoying, debilitating injury.
Now that comes from him overextending himself in a jump. Like, how do you get a calf strain? Because nobody touched him.
No, it's an overuse injury. I mean, that's just one of those things where he's just playing at optimum performance right now, and he kind of blew a tire.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
So he will be back.
He will be back. If it is a calf strain, like they are saying, KD will be back game 3, and hold on to your butts.
Now, we will say this. Teams are famous for leaking incorrect information.
True.
To hide a real injury.
Exactly.
True. And the ego or the player's mental responsibility that they feel toward the team, toward the fans, brings them back from injuries sooner than they should.
Which is crazy because honestly and truly, I had a friend, shout out to my man Daryl Walker. We were just at an open gym, hooping. About a month or so. I mean, 2-3 months ago at this point. But Daryl was on fire. Had probably hit about 3 or 4 threes in a row. Came down, pulled up, and if it didn't look the exact same way that KD tore his Achilles, and when Daryl got to the hospital, that's exactly what had happened to him. So I mean, when it happened, we were online talking about like, hey, damn, that looked just like what happened to you, Daryl. And it's a non-contact injury. I've seen it happen to my brother. I watched it happen to Kobe. It's the same way. You look, I look back. Who stepped on the back of my foot? Who stepped on the back of my ankle? Nobody stepped on your ankle. It's a pop you hear.
Yeah.
And to me, that's exactly what it looked like happened to Kevin Durant. I'm hoping that it wasn't because I am a Knicks fan, and I would not like to get KD off 3 rings and a torn Achilles. That would suck. So
now,
for selfish reasons, I hope KD's
if KD does not come back for this series,
yeah,
are you still predicting them in 4 or 5 games.
If KD does not come back for this series, I could see it very well going 6 games. I could see it going 6. If they find,
but the end result doesn't change.
I think the Warriors are still the better team. But I wouldn't discount the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah,
I will discount them with. I feel like it's a pretty good matchup that favors the Golden State Warriors. But with KD there, it's the same thing as him. It's close against LeBron, but when you add KD to it, it just makes it unfair, and that's what the Golden State Warriors are still a cheat. That's what they are. And if they ever find out how to play the same style of play as they do with Steph, as they do with KD, then it's completely over. But I mean, we shall see.
Here's the thing that I have a problem with. So it's like the game with the Rockets. The last 2 games.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Last 2 games.
Let's get to it.
They should have won.
Okay.
Okay.
If
not only a game that they should have won, but they could have won.
Okay.
And didn't.
I like it. I mean, they really, when you say the window was there, the last
Paul
game
showed up.
Chris Paul showed up.
He showed up.
So the last game, Chris Paul was there. Is that where we're at?
He came. He was there.
The last game.
What they needed was a third star who could have possibly, took on some of the scoring.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe an aging star of some sort.
Oh, like
somebody that they maybe got on like a
so
league,
he became a scapegoat,
like a league minimum. Yeah, somebody that they
like
could just
2 teams tried to blame.
Yeah, like
and neither one of them are no
like
longer
a 6'8", like just small forward that they could just.
Something kind of rhymes with fellow.
Yeah.
I got it.
But maybe if they had some fellow,
some fellow,
a
fellow.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Maybe they would have won. They had a fellow. Yeah.
With Kevin Durant out, the talent imbalance evened out a little bit.
It did.
Okay. They should have been able to.
They should have had a bigger lead in that first half.
They should have been able to send more defenders at Curry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't even score a whole half. What do you want him to do? Like not be there at all?
Maybe the game plan worked. Maybe you just
and they just gave and then
they just couldn't execute. I think the game plan was there. I think the game plan was there. They just couldn't execute.
Man.
I mean, something was going right first half.
They choked as they've done since James Harden got there. James Harden has been a choker since he got in the league. I don't understand why people continue to cheer for this man. It happens
Goodness gracious.
every year with James Harden.
So I tell you this.
Harden lays an egg
now listen
every
to this.
single
Now
time.
listen
So the
to this.
lore
Listen
of
to
the
this.
beard
Hold
is
Now, if Harden was in New York with KD, he would be singing his praises.
well, he's already been with.
What?
He would already.
Haven't you seen my movies?
But he had already been with KD.
My own. And
He would have been with KD. though.
If they trade him for the number 1 pick that they may get, then hey, well, all right, then cool. But if not, then he's a bum, okay? And he's going to continue to be a bum who lays eggs. And
I mean, he's just maybe he's just not the best player on a championship team. I've been hearing that a lot. Just like Kyrie wasn't the best player on the championship team.
He's not the third best player on the championship team either.
Not even the second?
Nope.
All right. Well, here's another thing that has not been talked about enough. We have, I don't want to call it the battle of the bastards, but we have a battle of brothers that's going to happen.
Is it really a battle, though?
I mean, it's not a battle.
I get what we're trying to do, and they're trying to build it up, but
it's a battle like LeBron and Deshaun Stevenson was a battle. It's a battle like it's yes, they're brothers.
Yeah.
Yes, they both play.
Right.
They're both playing 2 different games. Like, Seth is
a
role player.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
Yeah. That's where it stops. That's exactly where it stops.
I agree with
you. Are y'all trying to say that he's in the NBA because of who his brother is?
No.
Are we saying that he's not? He can play.
Seth has proven that he is an NBA player. But his brother is the unanimous MVP.
I mean, his brother is one of the best players
ever. Exactly.
Right.
So that still, you could be a good player, but if your brother is one of the best ever, arguably ever,
keep it a buck, he's not even the second best Curry. Like he's not better than Dell. He still ain't better than Dell yet. So I mean, Seth is a player in the NBA. Will there be moments for him in these playoffs? Yes, he can still shoot it. He is he's like the third guard for them. But I don't expect much from Seth. A couple threes here and there. There may be a cool moment where they trade some threes or something. That's about it. Steph might make Seth fall in this series. Like that's my max prediction. My worst case scenario for Seth: your brother makes you fall, okay, and your parents disown you. And if they got to flip a coin.
who are they rooting for?
Exactly, they got to flip a coin.
Where they sitting at?
I don't think
they're flipping a coin to decide who they're going to support.
Is that what's really gonna happen?
No.
They said
that?
That's a story that came
Oh,
out.
shit.
They're going to flip a coin.
I didn't know.
I just thought y'all was
So
split.
I feel like
this year,
you wear the jersey, father wear the hat, switch it up.
Whatever works.
Whoever's at home, we root for that one.
Them whack ass Nelly jerseys. Remember, he used to wear them jerseys that was too different. Holler at them.
I mean, but they still support both.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not like
If I was Steph, I would just go support Seth. Go support that. I don't need you guys. Go ahead. Go support.
You think they confuse their names? You know how you mess
Steph,
with kids'
Steph,
names?
apparently not. I mean, I don't know why you would name them that.
My
close,
kids'
but they
names
did.
are DeAndre and Jayla, and I confused them, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're boys and girls, like, so I know that they confuse their names.
There
all
you
the
go.
time. Yeah.
All right, this has been amazing. Next week, I'm looking forward to. We'll really have a clearer picture as to where things are going to the inevitable finals.
Game 1.
We'll even see some of the future with the lottery picks results next week too. So I mean, we'll actually tomorrow.
Trying for Zion.
So I want to do the same thing I did last time. Let's make some predictions here.
All right.
Toronto versus Milwaukee. Are we doing series or are we doing game 1? Series.
Well, I mean, yeah. There we go.
Milwaukee versus Golden State for the finals.
That's your pick. Okay.
And I think the Warriors will be waiting for the.
So they can get this out of the way early.
Yeah, I think the Warriors will be waiting like a week to figure out who the decision is between.
So you're gonna say they're gonna pretty much wrap this up damn near by the next show.
Yeah, I think that Toronto and Milwaukee.
So when are they? Tuesday?
I think Tuesday is Milwaukee and
Wednesday is
the Golden State one. So yeah, I think that Warriors are to make easy work out of Trailblazers, and they'll be waiting, around a la Lakers style, LA Lakers style, waiting to figure out who is going to slug it out and lose to us in the finals. No, not us, them.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, them.
All right. So who's your pick?
I'm going with Milwaukee and Golden State. Yeah, I mean, I really like what's going on in Portland. I like this CJ and Dame connection there, and this backcourt against backcourt, at least until KD gets. But once KD that's just not fair. Right. It's not fair, but
see, it's like you can do backcourt versus backcourt, but then you forget they got Draymond and Andre Iguodala.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
They just
but. I'm just not totally. I mean, Kawhi did a lot. He's amazing. I mean, clutch. He's the claw. King of the North. But man, the freak is
it's different.
The freak is like
sure.
Owns the paint.
Here's my prediction. Surprise here. Mm-hmm. Toronto, Golden State.
What?
Oh! So the surprise is Golden State because the Rockets.
They beat the Rockets.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to go with them.
He's not stupid.
He wasn't.
Okay, he's not.
Well,
he is loyal, but not stupid.
Okay,
he knows the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Toronto and Golden State.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
He was a Golden State fan until I don't know what changed it.
I just want to see.
KD.
I want to see who's going to get
KD.
I want to see who's going to get the first.
When KD leaves, I'm gonna like
the
Golden
first
State
3
again.
picks.
Right. Only one darkie on this ship, okay? Draymond is who we tolerate.
Right. I
can't keep it all even. There's too many blackies over here.
Thank you guys. We'll be back next week. Dev, how can people stay in touch with you?
You can find me on Facebook, DEVYNEPPS, or on IG at Dever Dies, DEV_or_die.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
All right.
Me.
There you go. I'm gonna just jump in. You can find me on Mr._Mackins on Instagram, and if not, you can find me out here on the streets.
On these streets, that's right.
Okay, all right. At the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. See you guys next week.